I'm with you. It would have been weird to stay in the shower, but I also feel like that was probably the safer bet. Like, why would you get out full blown naked? Like,
well, you could have grabbed a towel.
She could have 100% vommed on your dick.
Okay, gross. Hi, I'm Kyle, a tired therapist.
And I'm Jackie, also a tired therapist.
And together, we are
Two Tired Therapists. Welcome to the pod.
Cool. Welcome.
Hello.
Welcome. Can you imagine if this was like an NPR podcast and it was like,
oh my God,
hello and welcome?
Have you watched Parks and Rec?
Yes.
Do you remember that episode where it's like I'm August Clementine?
Yeah.
That's what that makes me think of. I'm August Clementine.
Or if we were like an actual like feel good podcast.
Oh my God. Ew.
Guys, just do self-care.
Oh my God. Ew. I hate it.
I hate that. Let's move on.
Well, Christmas is coming.
It is coming. It's coming.
Yay.
Do you like Christmas? Do you not? I think it's controversial these days.
We gotta put the Christ back in Christmas.
Yes. Yes.
I like Christmas. I think, how do I want to say this? I think a lot of it is just really overhyped.
Yeah.
If that makes sense. Like it's nice. It's a great holiday. I love the decorations. It's very pretty, especially when it snows. But then I'm just like, I think the meaning has been so lost of like being together. Like it's like Thanksgiving, but for winter. That's how I feel Christmas is, if that makes sense.
That does, yes.
But everybody is like, here's a gift and here's like the monetary value that I love you. And here's this iPod.
Right.
Like, I mean, it's just, I don't know.
Right. Well, I always
like
found it strange that like Thanksgiving is for like gratefulness and and then the next day is Black Friday,
and
where people kill each other.
We will literally trample
for
you
a Tickle Me Elmo.
Yeah. Or a TV, whatever.
And then and then you're like, oh, it's just a feud of like, I got you a better gift.
Yeah.
I like to get gifts that represent the person.
Yeah. I try to put a lot of thought into it. Mm-hmm. Sometimes if I know somebody needs something, I'll get it for them. But yeah, I do try to put a lot of effort into that.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Mm-hmm. And the dogs.
Yeah, well, we don't really get them anything necessarily. Oh wow! Because other people get them stuff. So
they're so neglected.
So you get them stuff.
I did, and I got them something this year.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
I won't say it. They're in the room, so I won't say what it is.
That is a hotly contested thing that they play with. Is what you got them last year.
What did I get them last year?
The little pup cup.
Oh, the pup cup.
Yeah.
Well, because I didn't know that Rocket existed last year, and I brought Groot a present.
Yes.
Naturally.
Well, it's Rocket's pup cup.
Oh.
But they do fight over it.
Well, they got similar items, so hopefully they won't fight.
Oh, they'll fight over it.
Not the same, but similar. So.
Uh-oh. But what about you? Do you like Christmas? I think you strike me like you do.
I do. Well, we were talking off the air, going back to is it gay, is it straight? And we did discuss that Christmas is gay.
Christmas is gay.
Christmas is gay. And we will not hear anything contrary to that. But I'm not. I don't like it in the religious way. Obviously, I'm not a religious person. But I do like the reason for the season, I guess, as far as like
that's what my mom would say. Yeah.
Getting gifts for. Oh, hi Kathy.
Yeah, hi Kathy.
Getting gifts for people. I love that. I love the decorations. I have like how many trees? 1, 2.
You have a lot of trees.
4, 5, 6. 6 trees that get put up. And 7. I have one in the closet that's too complicated to put up these days. So I have to wait till I have a big place that
Producer
I can
Justin
just
told me that he would love to have more than one tree, and I'm like,
oh,
where has this been this whole time?
Yeah, seriously.
Because we went to go see.
You have great space. You could put so many trees.
Yeah, we went to go see a light show yesterday. You probably know where it is.
Oh my gosh, yes.
We went to see their light show yesterday.
Oh, I love it.
It was pretty, yeah.
You got to go there on Halloween too. They do a Halloween one.
Yeah, I didn't realize. I didn't know.
Oh yeah.
I took a little survey. They emailed me and said, will you take a survey about your experience? You'll get a $50 gift card. And then they were like, did you go to this, this, and this? And I was like, no, but I would have gone to
so much. Yeah.
They do like a spring thing. Mm-hmm. They do like a harvest night or whatever.
Yeah, that's the Halloween one.
Yeah.
I think it's controversial, but it's better than the Christmas one.
Oh.
Yeah.
They said it's spooky, but not scary.
No, it's not scary.
Well, because they have a lot of kids, but it was nice. And then we were looking at all the trees, and Justin's like, I would love to have. They had like a pink tree. I was like, you'd never let me have pink. He's like, I would let you have a pink tree. And I'm like,
where's that been?
Yeah. He's like, I just don't like to put ornaments up. And I was like, well, some of them don't need ornaments. Like, you just need the lights.
Yeah.
So maybe in the future
in the future.
I don't know. I'm just like one of those people that like, I hate to decorate. Like, decorating is so time consuming.
Yes.
So like, and Christmas is an exception because this shit stays up for a while.
Right.
But For other holidays, we hardly ever decorate.
Right.
Because it's just not worth it.
Yeah, I really only like the end of the year, like fall,
yeah,
Halloween and stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm not putting up like 4th of July.
No, we don't do either.
Stuff. But well, we're not doing a Christmas episode just yet. We may have a little festive episode for you in a couple of weeks. Spoiler. But we are going to, or rather, Jackie's going to.
We should talk about what we're tired of.
Oh my gosh, we do. Look at
we haven't. People want to know.
We haven't done this for a while. We're not professional. Producer Justin's already yelled at us for the 30 minutes I've been here. Okay, what do you got?
So this just happened to me today that I was like, you know what, I'm really tired of. So, and I don't know why it comes up in my algorithm on Instagram, but people who make content centered on their like newborn babies, like, look how much sleep I got last night. And it's like literally just, I'm like, is your camera facing your bed the whole night? Or are you just lying and saying like, whatever, it's 8:35. Now it's 10:25. Now it's 1:22. Now it's 2:38. And
this is like a video?
Yeah. Like a whole video of
just
like
someone sleeping?
No, of their night with their newborn. So they're getting up at all these different points. And I'm like,
I don't need to see that.
I know. I'm like, why? I don't know.
Why do I want to see how terrible your life is?
Well, yeah, I'm like, why? And like, I don't know. It makes me feel weird when people use like their babies for content. I don't like that.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm just tired of seeing that shit. It's on my algorithm and I don't know why it is. But I there was once and I was like looking at it and I'm like, the baby's crying. She's got to make a bot. I'm like,
and she's doing it like, look how cool this is.
Yeah. Look and it's like all different angles of the camera. So I'm like, I know you're setting this shit up. Like I know you're setting up a camera by your bed. I know you're setting up a camera by whatever it is in your room because they have like a little like wine bar fridge thing for the baby stuff so they're rich.
Oh, no.
I'm like, no. I'm tired of that. What about you?
Well, I was so I was just let me just go with what I was going to say because I was going to say something and then I just noticed something. I was going to say that Stanley cups are tired, but you're sitting here drinking.
They are tired. As someone who has them, they are tired.
It's too much.
But they are really nice. I hate
but
to
it's,
say it.
Let me say, it's, oh no, and Producer Justin just came out with his too. So
we have 3.
I am in a Stanley Cup household. Well, it's not so much, I've never had one myself. They look very nice, but it's more the people who, it's their identity.
Yeah.
We gotta stop.
I had Yetis and I loved my Yeti, but like this is better than a Yeti. Mm-hmm. It keeps the shit cold for days. Like,
yeah.
Justin will put it up to ice to here. The next
but doesn't any thermos really?
No.
I don't know. Well, and then it's people that get their accessories for it, and then they have like 400. Because aren't they expensive? They're not cheap.
They're about $45.
Oh,
for this.
No.
The 40 ounce.
You know me. I use my free water bottle I got from the place.
Yes.
We may or may not work anymore. That was my pandemic. Thank you for working during COVID gift, which I love and take everywhere. You can ask anybody. I always have it with me. And it's nice too. But yeah, Stanley Cups, we got to stop. Just use it. It's not your identity.
Yeah, I agree.
You don't need an accessory.
I'm like seeing, like, nowadays, I never did this. Like, I just wrote a list. I'm sure you did the same thing. But now apparently, like, the little kids and tweens of the world are, like, doing PowerPoints for their parents of what they want for Christmas. And I've seen about 5 of these on Instagram where, like, one of them is Stanleys. And it's, like, all the, like, that's one of the slides is just straight up Stanley. And it's like, I want this Stanley. I want this Stanley. I got this little thing was given to me by somebody else. I would not buy it for myself.
What was the water bottles the kids used to use? What were those? Remember?
The kids used to. Like
they used to have the hydro flasks. Was that what it was?
Or the Camelbacks or the Nalgene's?
I can't remember. Not kids like us. Like kids now.
Kids now.
There was a whole craze. Like
a few years ago.
I think
it was hydro flask.
Was it a hydro flask?
Yeah, I thought it was.
And it was like so cool to have one. It was like one of the gigantic ones. These kids.
They're nice. There was a story recently that this woman, her car blew up and she had her Stanley in there. It did not.
I saw that.
It did not get destroyed and the ice was still in it. I was like,
but you know what? That's like people who, I don't know. Have you seen the one where like someone's house burned down? They're like, but the Bible was intact. And then someone comes, like, Barbara, 3 people died.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, no. It's people. Yeah. People
they do look nice, but we don't need to make it our personality.
It's also nice.
There's enough things about your personality. I try to drink
3 of these a day. That's 120 ounces.
That's a lot.
It is.
Very healthy.
Yeah.
You're very health conscious.
You know me.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, as we were saying, this is not our holiday episode. Jackie is going to bring the end of the year to a screeching halt because we are doing another Reddit episode.
The people have spoken and they love it.
The people have spoken. And I believe you've brought some festive I guess it is kind of a
festive-y in terms of like Thanksgiving. Okay. Because we're recording this pre-Christmas, so the Christmas ones haven't happened yet.
Gotcha.
I will save the Christmas ones for a later episode.
Maybe, yeah.
One. And I'm just gonna read you. I'm not gonna let you pick because I was telling Kyle off air. It was a little sad this week. There wasn't a lot of stuff, and then all of a sudden one day Reddit provided several stories.
Well, you sent me a snapshot of one, and I was rendered deceased immediately, so I'm very excited.
I know. Well, so I saved some from a while ago, but there is one that I have to read you. And as always for the Reddit ones, I'm reading it as it's written, so if I sound like I'm having a stroke, that is how it is written. I'm reading it with all the grammatical errors too. I try to pick shorter ones because some of the long ones are tough. But anyways, this one is titled, "My boyfriend just revealed to me that he has pancreatic cancer 3 weeks after he learned it himself."
Oh, wow.
But just wait. You don't even know.
Oh, wow.
So it says, "There's so much more to the story than I can convey in the title. We've dated for 2.5 years. 2 nights ago, I got home from work and we started catching up on each other's days as usual. We chatted for a couple of hours. We had a couple glasses of wine each. Suddenly, he started bawling and confessed to me that he'd learned he had pancreatic cancer 3 weeks ago. I was shocked. I asked him what happened. He told me that he went for a walk to pick up some mail and got jumped by 3 people he used to be friends with. He got punched in the side. It hurt a little too much. He got an appointment the next day with someone who could give him an MRI. Apparently, a friend's mom is a tech at an MRI clinic in town that could fit him in. He got the results the day after that over email. He'd had a tumor in his pancreas. It had burst. The email confirmed that he had pancreatic cancer." Kyle's looking at me.
Suspicious.
He refuses to show me the email. He said that he deleted it. He wants to ignore the cancer, pretend it doesn't exist. He doesn't want to talk about it. He doesn't want me to tell anyone. He doesn't want to get it treated, and I'm lost. I don't know what to do next. I don't know how to help him. I don't even know whether he's telling me the truth. I've held on to this knowledge for 2 days, and I can't even tell anyone I know. I promised him I wouldn't. I kind of regret that promise now. I haven't noticed any symptoms over the last 3 weeks because we work different shifts since he's told me whenever he hasn't been at work, he's been in bed. I don't know whether it's a symptom of the cancer or the tumor bursting or of being punched. Can someone help me?" Suspicious.
Yes.
Don't be suspicious.
Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious.
This is so suspicious.
This is sus.
When would you get a result of your MRI over email? They would call you for that. The first comment, I just have to read you the first comment because it's the greatest thing. "I'm a clinician and this is not real to get an MRI. The next day is unheard of, especially when he was not seen by a provider.
Correct.
Secondly, MRIs do not diagnose cancer. He would need to have a biopsy done for cancer to be diagnosed."
Correct. All correct. And tumors don't burst. They're not, they're masses. They're
right. They don't.
So they don't burst.
Oh, there's an update. I didn't realize there's an update.
Okay. This is live. This is you heard it first.
I didn't even realize this. We had a quick conversation yesterday. He admitted that he doesn't have pancreatic cancer after all. The only reason he told me that he did was because he'd been drinking before I got home, and the 2 glasses of wine we had together after my night at work pushed him over the edge firmly into drunk territory and made him anxious about the pain he'd been feeling. But apparently he did get roughed up by some old friends, did start feeling pain after that, did sneak in to get an MRI somehow, and is expecting a phone call from a doctor to tell him the results thereof. There is no email. He made that up while drunk. And he has chest pain and fatigue, so he's got symptoms of something, just not pancreatic cancer. He pulled that out of his ass because while Googling chest pain before I got home, he learned that the pancreas is roughly around the chest area.
Oh, not true.
And so assumed that his pain was due to a tumor popping for some reason. He also just told me that it was true because he was drunk, as though that absolves him of the responsibility of lying to me. For what it's worth, I did notice that he'd been drinking before we chatted that night, but I had no clue he was drunk enough to lie about cancer. So I've been holding on to the fear that he has pancreatic cancer for 3 days now, and he couldn't be asked to text me an apology or correct his drunken reveal that he's got cancer. He didn't apologize for saying that to me today while we were discussing it either. So I'll be moving out tomorrow and looking for places to live over the next few days, although it'll be shitty with the prices of rentals where I am. I'm very done with this relationship now. I'm honestly beyond caring whether or not he's lying about the whole damn thing. I'll get an STI test as soon as I can and leave him to his misery, I guess. Thank you for everyone who commented and helped me out to see how ridiculous the whole situation was. I'll be out of here by tomorrow night.
What a happy ending.
Yeah.
It's about time that someone on Reddit does something.
This was posted almost 3 months ago.
I love that. Yeah, that's all. I don't even know where to start. What do you mean you were drunk and you lied?
Why do you think the pancreas is in your chest? What the fuck?
It's not.
This is how men they don't know anatomy.
Let's start there. Men don't know anatomy.
It's, oh my God.
That's too much. Yeah, why are you lying? That's something.
That's a weird, like, even when you're drunk, why would you make that whole scenario? That just seems so far-fetched.
Or where's the like, I looked it up and I have pancreatic cancer. Or I think no, you went straight to I have it. And then you made a lie about it.
Right. You just.
Because they told you, they emailed you. So that's
dark-sided.
Dark-sided.
You made the right choice by dodging that bullet.
Thank you.
I
have
no advice because my advice would have been to get the fuck out of there.
And she did, and God bless. I'm assuming.
She's alive. She's still commenting on stuff, so she's still alive.
It's about time, because normally these people are here like, oh, I've been in this relationship for 5 years and my husband's never washed his ass. What? You should have got out a long time ago.
There are so many stories, and I'll read some of them that are even less time, but it's like, it's this like sunk cost fallacy of like, I've spent so much time with this person, I need to make it work, versus like, just quit. Like, who fucking cares? There's no, you're not getting a medal for this. Yeah. Like, bye.
Well, yeah, you've been working, and guess where that cost came from, honey? Your soul. Yeah. Your spirit. It's time to release the demons. It's time to release the demons. It's time to exorcise the demons.
Exercise? Okay. Yes.
God.
Okay. Here's one of your favorites.
Oh, no.
My husband's hygiene is terrible. My husband struggles with hygiene. I've tried giving him hints like, want me to get your toothbrush so you can shower and brush? He brushes his teeth twice a week and maybe showers 3 times a week. I am grossed out with an exclamation point. I really want to get twin beds so we do not share sheets. He has a digestive autoimmune disease and stinks up our house.
Oh my God.
You would think he showers more often due to that, but he doesn't. I've nagged him about it and it just doesn't seem to work. He's had teeth issues and I thought that would help him, but nope.
Leave. There's no other.
The first comment is, I'd stop kissing and also sleeping sex 2 with him until he makes the changes. That's probably what I would say. I'd be like, I wouldn't.
What are we doing? What are we doing, men?
And it's like, do you think he's depressed? I don't know. That still doesn't excuse.
It doesn't excuse. Depressed people brush their teeth all the time.
I know, but.
Get you a little mouthwash, on my days where I'm like, I'm not really feeling it. I still swig a little mouthwash in there.
Yeah.
I still at least get in the shower and like wash my asshole, which I know is gay, but I do it. I know it makes me not an alpha, but I do it. Because
I know
that's grody.
I couldn't. And then he's got digestive stuff. Oh, that's even worse.
Right. I mean, I have my days where I can't remember. My boss told me the kids call it something where you're like sitting in your oil or something, like when on a day when you don't shower or something. I can't remember what she called it. I'll have to find out. But like
I know what you're
you're replenishing your oils or something where you just don't shower, you don't change, you're just having like a day. Mm-hmm. But after that day, I'm like, okay, I feel gross.
Yeah, I was gonna say you can usually go. So you're not really supposed to shower every day, but you should be showering every other day at a minimum.
At a minimum.
If you're sweating or doing other gross stuff, then you should be showering every day.
So so he's just being uncomfortable, and then like I brushed my teeth today, but I had coffee, and now I'm like, ugh, my breath feels gross. So it's like, what are we doing?
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like your teeth feel so furry.
Yeah.
Like after like 2 days of not, if you don't brush it for even a day, for me it's like almost like a day.
Yeah.
If I do mouthwash, it's fine, but if you don't, then it's gross.
Yeah, I brush mine twice a day.
That's how you're supposed to.
And I showered basically every day.
Yeah.
I don't wash my hair every day, but
same.
Oh, okay. I can't.
This one's a doozy.
Oh, I can't. Okay. I'm ready.
My husband abandoned me 50 days after our wedding.
Oh,
there was no argument whatsoever when he suddenly stopped responding to my texts and declined my calls. Lastly, he blocked me. My husband is not a local and he is not in the same country as me. I have no contact with his family. Only his mother knows about me. His family would disown him for marrying me because of my religion. His workplace posts Christmas photos on Facebook. If I see him in the photos this Christmas, at least I'll know he's alive and well and just being a massive asshole. I was so worried because he does have a mood disorder and he told me he was suicidal. I was so worried that his phone was stolen or that he was involved in a traffic accident or some other thing. I don't know if I became a widow. I'm kind of confused and in disbelief over what's happening. Thank God I'm not pregnant. I'm 30 years old and I just received my wedding photos and I just had my married name updated on my identity card. Sis, I try to function and keep myself busy. If I dwell on it for too long, I'll start crying. I still hug the stuffed toy he bought me to sleep. He used to wish me good night every night. I just don't understand what happened. I still wear my wedding ring. I just perm my hair. We video called before this whole thing happened. He said I looked beautiful. If I was lonely before I met him, I'm even more lonely now. I don't know what kind of wife I am without a husband. It hurts to look at kids. I just wanted so much to be a mother. 30th November 23. It has been 1 week since he left. So he left like before Thanksgiving. Let's see if she got an update.
That.
Nope.
Why do they don't live in the same country?
I guess.
Is this a
I don't know. She's
married at first sight or what? What is that 30 Day Fiance.
Married at First Sight was a good show when it was brand new. Now it's crazy.
Dark-sided.
It is crazy. He is a foreign. So somebody asks, blocking you says a lot, but what do you mean he's not local? She says, he is a foreigner. We got married in my country. I currently live in my country while he left after the wedding. We live apart and had plans for him to move here. We were together since September 2022. So over a year.
I don't know. Is this like a green card scheme? I don't know what.
That's what a lot of people are commenting.
Yeah.
She's not.
I hate to think that.
That's what I think too.
That's suspicious. I guess if you find out he lives in your country, then
I would go for an annulment immediately.
I'm sure. Yeah, I'm sure you can. Well, I don't know. It depends what country they're in. I don't know.
She does not ever say what.
There was she mentioned religion too.
I assume they're not in America. Yeah, they're from America.
Right. That's what are we doing? Men. It always comes back to men.
Okay.
Poor girl. She gotta move on. She gotta go to therapy. That man is not returning.
Here's another one. Husband cheated on me after an argument. Oh, God. Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, Happy New Year from Reddit. I'm pretty certain at this point I'm married to a narcissist. We've been fighting on and off for a while, and he seemed to turn against me recently and has been very abusive. He started a fight before and after Thanksgiving with me and my family over nothing. We get home, we argue, and every time he says I'm fighting him, I'm not. I'm just trying to talk to him, but he always switches it on me, and it's exhausting.
Oops, gaslighting.
Since apparently I couldn't leave him alone, he made the decision to meet up with someone from one of his apps, and it happened to be a man. I begged him not to go, and he still did. I don't know if he was trying to prove a point, but he sabotaged everything for no reason with several exclamation points. He said he just did oral, and this is something normal that other married men sometimes do. Is this an excuse or what? Kyle is deceased.
I'm sorry.
On a
Get the coffin.
I don't know what to do. I've always been loyal this whole time. He's been on apps here and there, and I would project his stuff onto me constantly. I still love him, obviously. I thought him and I would be endgame forever. Oh,
you in danger, girl. You in danger, girl. It's time to go.
The first comment has the part that's highlighted that just says, he said he just did oral and something normal that other married men sometimes do. And the person just wrote, no. Yeah. No, it's not.
No, it's not. Well, and what's concerning is he told you he was going to do this.
Right.
And you knew he had apps. Like, yeah. So already, no. Girl, get out of here. That is, Dark side. I mean, beyond. Like, I don't even...
If you have an agreement or whatever, then that's one thing, but...
I'm not sensing an agreement.
Oh, no. They fought on Thanksgiving before and after with her and her family.
Right. No. It's time to go, girl. It's time to leave.
Well, I'm assuming it's a woman. They do not specify, but I'm going to assume it's a woman based on the whole... He had oral with a man, and that's what normal married men sometimes do.
Yeah. I don't think... I mean, even if you could make the argument they're gay, like, sure, there are open marriages, fine, but... We've talked about before, I think that requires two consenting and a high level of trust and gaslighting and abuse.
Doesn't sound like
not hearing trust. Not typically any trust in there. Not hearing that. So it's time to go. It's time to call the Pope to exorcise those demons because there's no one more qualified.
No.
Than Pope, whatever his name is. John Paul? Who is it these days?
He's dead.
Copernicus? I don't know. I'm not Catholic, so I don't know. Oh,
God, I should know. I think it's Francis.
Yeah, aren't you Catholic? What's going on?
I'm not. It's Francis. Thank God.
Thank you, Producer Justin. It is Pope Francis.
My mother's going to get
Sorry, so sorry, Kathy. Just know that it's her, not me. We're still fine.
We're still fine. Okay, I'm going to read one more, and then we'll take a break, and then I'll read the last couple that I have, including the one that I sent you the screenshot for.
Oh, great. I can't wait.
I might read that one last.
That one sounds...
We got to go out with a bang.
Yeah,
okay.
Literally.
I can't let go of my husband did on our honeymoon 8 years ago. This person also marked the post as sensitive.
Oh,
I don't know why.
Perfect.
My husband and I have been married almost 9 years. 8 years ago, we went to the Bahamas for our honeymoon. Of course, this was an exciting, romantic, important time for us. I had never been out of the U.S. He planned this trip for us. Everything was beautiful and perfect, and I never wanted it to end. We had a fun day, rum runners, dolphins, beach, amazing food, but more importantly, we were together in paradise. I was in a big old love bubble. As we sat on the beach getting a bit tipsy, I asked him a cliche question. What are you thinking about, honey? Without a hitch in his alcoholic truthness, he said, those skinny girls down there I'd like to fuck.
Oh my.
Sorry.
That is very sensitive.
Sorry,
Kathy. I know you're not supposed to be cussing.
Oh my God. I was struck by lightning, sat there for a second trying to process what was said, stood up, went to our room and cried for hours. I've had health problems and was the heaviest I'd ever been at that time. He did go to the room with me and seemed sorry and asked me if I was going to book him a flight home early. I didn't say anything to him until the next day, but honestly the trip was flat for the rest of the time we were there. I was brokenhearted. I did get some health problems fixed and dropped 50 pounds, but I am so critical of my body and panic if the scale climbs just a tiny bit. I work out and fast and count carbs to the T. I cannot shake what he did. It comes up now and then, mainly when I feel bad about myself, when I can't get to the scale and move. Mainly panic when I'm going to be the literal beached whale. He so honestly came out with on our honeymoon. Oh my God, that was a weird sentence.
Wow.
What the hell do I do? What the hell do I do? I know I can't keep beating him up, but it feels like a big black X burned into my brain.
A big black what?
X.
Oh, X.
I think mainly I don't know. The last few sentences. I think I would have probably divorced him pretty quickly after the honeymoon if it was me. That's some real shit to say.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's some real bullshit.
Yeah, I don't think it would have lasted 8 years.
No, I would have been first of all, I probably would have confronted immediately after, the next day when you're not super drunk, and would have been like, yo.
Yeah. Right.
And see what he would have said. And if he would have been like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. That was me drunk. I did not mean that. I was whatever.
Yeah.
And then was an absolute saint for the next 8 years.
Right. Right.
I probably would have. Sounds like she needs therapy though. And she may have an eating disorder.
Thank you. That was going to be my point of honey, let's. Yes. He shouldn't have said that. And
you're fasting.
I think we need to learn about our relationship with our body and our food, because there's something a little scary there. Counting those carbs to a T.
You panic if you can't get to the scale and you can't exercise.
Right.
That's
right. Ooh, honey. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Yeah, but I would have left. Would have left so hard, pretty quickly, if there was no apology and there was no.
Yeah. Well, yeah. That's just. And again, you can't. Let's. You heard it here first. You can't use being drunk as an excuse for anything.
Yeah.
There is no excuse. So if you said something, if you did something, being drunk is not an excuse.
She did not comment on any of this, so I can't answer any more questions. And she did not post an update. So
yeah. Well, I would assume if they're still together 8 years, I assume this is still sticking with her. So it must.
It doesn't sound like he's said anything since. It's just.
But I wonder if it's still healthy.
Yeah, yeah, it's not. Well, let's take a break.
Yeah.
There's some more. There's a couple more that are a little dark sided. I'll start lightest to darkest.
Great.
Ending with a bang. We'll be right back. Okay. We're back. 3 more. We're going.
Mm-hmm. We're doing it.
Lightest to darkest. Although the middle one is kind of dark too. But
let me clear my throat for the tea.
I don't feel like this title is going to make sense until I read the story, but am I the asshole for holding my girlfriend's mother's hair when she threw up while I was naked?
Oh my.
A couple of days ago, I was at my girlfriend's house having a sleepover. I went into the bathroom to go take a shower. Mid-shower, my girlfriend's mom ran into the bathroom and fell onto the toilet throwing up. Context: she had a party at work and apparently ate something that had gone bad. The bathroom I was using was the only bathroom in the house. I got out of the shower to hold her hair because she was puking all over it. My girlfriend ran into the bathroom and we locked eyes. Her face quickly changed from concern to sheer horror. She went to her room and slammed the door. My girlfriend's mom apologized and started crying. My girlfriend is still giving me the silent treatment, and when I forced her to say something to me, she just said that it wasn't necessary for me to help her mom while I was naked. I feel terrible because I understand what my girlfriend means, but I would have also felt terrible if I didn't help her mom. Am I the asshole for helping her mom while I was naked, or did I do the right thing?
What was he doing naked?
He was showering in the bathroom. Only bathroom in the house. The mom was sick from food poisoning, let's say. Ran into the bathroom to puke. He got out of the shower because she was throwing up all over herself and all over her hair. So he was trying to hold her hair back.
I mean, it's weird.
Yeah,
I guess. Weird. I don't know. I mean, as someone who doesn't have long hair, is it bad to throw up in your hair?
Yeah, it's gross.
Is it gross? I mean, it's gross, but you just wash it, right? Or
Yeah, I mean,
I think it'd be weird if he just kept showering.
Yeah.
While she was throwing up.
This first comment is really great. It's longer than the story, but did you at least like wrap a towel around your waist?
Yes.
I don't understand why puking is an emergency that requires instant help. No one's held my hair for me since I was a little kid. I've only ever needed to do it for someone else when they were super drunk. And they said, I'm going to say no assholes here. Granted, you could have covered your junk before leaping into the unsolicited rescue. Mom could have puked literally anywhere else, and your girlfriend giving you the silent treatment is a bit childish. But you meant well. Sometimes it's hard to think straight when the hors d'oeuvres are making a violent reappearance. And I wouldn't know what the fuck to say after walking in on that either. For future reference, your in-laws are unlikely to want your help if it involves your wet, naked dick flopping around at eye level.
Well,
I don't disagree. I think it's a little bit weird. I think I'm with you. It would have been weird to stay in the shower, but I also feel like that was probably the safer bet. Like, why would you get out full blown naked? Like,
well, you could have grabbed a towel.
She could have 100% vommed on your dick.
Okay, gross. But
I mean, seriously,
that's true. Yeah. No, I think I agree. No assholes. No assholes here.
No,
definitely some different options we could have taken, I suppose.
Well, and I'm the girlfriend's mom could have thrown up literally anywhere else into a bag and the trash outside.
Right.
In the trash can. I mean, that would have made it worse, but I mean.
And you can wash your hair. I mean, I know it's gross.
You don't lock a door when you're in a bathroom? Like in somebody else's house?
Oh, was it their house?
He was at his girlfriend's house.
Oh.
I don't know. I don't think there's any assholes.
No assholes. I think it was just a very strange situation that, you could have at least grabbed a towel and.
Yeah, that would have been.
Because if she was already throwing up in her hair, then.
It's too late.
Now
you just touched her pukey hair.
Ew. Let's move on. Ooh,
okay.
Gross. I can't believe they get worse.
This is dark. Not as dark as the last one.
I hope it's not about puke.
No.
Okay, good.
Girlfriend destroyed sentimental item from my previous relationship.
Uh-oh.
Curious to hear your perspective on this. I'm willing to admit that I maybe was in the wrong. I've been in a relationship with my girlfriend for 7 years, and overall things have been mostly good. Before her, I dated a girl who was an amazing painter. Things ended because we wanted to live different lives, but we always were on good terms. This girl painted me an unbelievable painting as a goodbye gift. Nothing profane, something silly referencing a giraffe, me being 6'6". It meant an incredible amount to me. If nothing else, it made me feel like I'd done something right with my life, that such a talented person would do something so personal for me. My current relationship has mostly been good. She's amazing for totally different reasons. She knew about the painting kept in my storage unit, but we never really said much about it. One day we got into an argument about something. I didn't know until months later, but in the heat of the moment, she went to my storage, ripped the painting into small pieces, and threw it away. I feel really violated. I feel like that was just a horrible thing to do when she knew that was an item that meant a lot to me. She says it's totally weird and creepy that I kept that and that any girl would feel uncomfortable with it. Maybe I'm in the wrong. Maybe I should have gotten rid of it when I got into a new relationship. It meant a lot to me. Red flags are just waving around for your girlfriend.
Yeah, so sorry.
You weren't even displaying it. It was in your storage unit. Like, and I don't think that's fine.
It didn't represent it sounds like that relationship ended like on as good of terms as you can with a breakup, and so
you got a gift out of it. What?
It was more representative of a time in your life where you grew and had a healthy relationship, which is good.
Right. The first comment is, it was in storage. Laugh my fucking ass off, dude. Your girlfriend is fucking crazy.
Well, I mean, there you go. That's
I don't. Yeah.
And it wasn't done in a moment of anger.
Well, and you had to go somewhere, open the unit, and then do it. That just seems like, I don't know. That seems
probably illegal.
Yeah, because I don't. If she had a key, I guess that's not like if she knew where his storage unit key. I don't know.
Maybe.
I don't have a storage unit, so I don't know how to get in there.
Works.
I assume it's like a key with a lock.
Well, usually there's, well, at least because Edward has one. You have to have an app that you have access to open the gate.
Oh yeah,
and then you go to the storage unit, which has a key.
Yeah.
Neither of which I have access to.
Yeah.
So. Yeah, I don't know about that. I think it's fine that he kept it. It didn't sound like he was like pining for this ex by any standard. So.
Yeah, that just was
I don't know.
a lot. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I just
don't know about that.
I would have immediately broken up with her.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
Yep. A little insecurity.
Showing hard. Okay. I had to take a drink before this one.
Get that Stanley.
Okay, this
you
is
can
the
barely
one,
lift it.
This
it's so
is the
heavy.
last one. This is we're going out with a bang.
Literally.
This is the one I sent Kyle the title. It's a little bit long because it spans 2 years. But all right. Guest stole our Thanksgiving turkey, a multi-year story. Just buckle up.
I'm
buckle
ready.
up.
I'm ready.
I'm confused and frustrated and need to vent. We hosted Thanksgiving this year. This is from 2022. Husband and I, our 2 kids, husband's siblings, and nieces and nephews, and most importantly, husband's gravely ill mother. We're all at peace that this Thanksgiving and Christmas will probably be our last holidays together. It's been emotional and exhausting, but we really wanted to make a memorable holiday that everyone would enjoy. Our daughter Mary is visiting from college, and one day before she flew in, she says her boyfriend Chris is actually flying to our city to visit friends over the break. Mary asked if he for Thanksgiving. We've never met Chris before, but to be honest, we're not wild about him. As soon as Mary started dating him, we started seeing some worrying changes in her. Our son, who is a couple years older, confided in us seeing large. We've tried gently bringing up our concerns with Mary, but she shuts it down and started to pull away from us. So because we didn't want to alienate her, we said Chris could visit, but they need to stay in separate rooms. She said that it won't matter because he's booked a hotel room and she'll be staying there with him the whole weekend. Okay. Cut to Thanksgiving and Mary and Chris arrive. He's not the greatest. He makes a couple rude, snide remarks throughout the visit, hits the alcohol way harder than is appropriate. My family was in a very earnest mood, if that makes sense, less of emotion, and he just was dismissive and flippant and cast a shadow on everything. At one point, everyone started telling stories about their favorite holidays at mother-in-law's house when she would go all out and for family parties. My husband and I stopped working in the kitchen to join the conversation. When we go back to the kitchen, maybe half an hour, I went to check the turkey in the oven and it was gone, completely missing. I asked my husband if he did something with the turkey, and he was just as confused as I was. We looked all over the kitchen and house and couldn't find it. We go out to the living room and ask everyone if they know what happened to the turkey, and no one knows what we're talking about. At this point, I realize Chris isn't around. I pull Mary to the side and ask where he is because I don't want to jump to conclusions and make accusations. She said he had to leave to go meet up with friends. I asked her to text him and ask her if he knows what happened to the turkey, and Mary kind of rolled her eyes. At this point, it's dawning on me that Chris probably stole the turkey and left out the back door while we were sharing stories with mother-in-law. But I'm just to actually make the accusations. So we were left in the terrible position of having everything else ready, but no turkey. We had to break it to the family that we had no turkey, and everyone is confused and sad. Mary said she had to get going to an event with Chris, which deeply disappointed me. I told her as much, she just said she'll see us again later this weekend. My in-laws went driving around to restaurants and grocery stores and pieced together enough stuff that we were able to have a meal much later than expected, but it felt like the whole day was ruined. Everyone was kind of murmuring about Chris leaving around the time the turkey disappeared, but no one wanted to actually accuse him out loud because it's such an explosive allegation and there's not any actually proof. I'm just heartbroken why anyone would do such a thing, and I'm just heartbroken because my mother-in-law didn't deserve this at all. At one point, she's teared up but pulled it together. I'm also increasingly angry with my daughter, but I feel like I can't say anything because she'll just pull away more. I'm just going to take a little break here because there's more posts, but
So this was just like
So the daughter's like boyfriend, who they don't love, came over. That he was being a dick. It's mother-in-law's last Christmas. She's dying.
Right.
And then the turkey goes missing, and he also disappears shortly after that happens.
Out of all the things you can take, the turkey? What are you gonna do? Oh, maybe you'll tell me.
So somebody typed, this is part of the post, it says, wait, the turkey was almost ready. Wouldn't have been difficult and super hot to carry.
Right.
That's why I haven't formally said anything, because it doesn't make sense how he could steal a hot turkey. I strongly suspect Chris stole it, but it's such a cruel and strange thing to do, and logistics don't make sense. And somebody said, could it be a neighbor? And she said, I don't have any reason to think that a neighbor did this. Also, Chris disappeared right after when the turkey did. Or Chris disappeared right when the turkey did.
Was the pan gone too? Like that it was
The whole thing was gone.
That's weird. Hot pads? Were the hot pads missing?
That's what that never says, because that would have been my first question.
Yeah.
Okay. Update. Same post 8 hours later. I was talking with my son today, and he told me that last night Chris started taunting him over text about the missing turkey. So that settles it. Chris stole the turkey basically as a big fuck you to all of us. My son didn't say anything at the time because he didn't want to make more people upset than they already were. One of my husband's siblings is very mad at us how things turn out and how mother-in-law was disrespected. Sibling is not talking to us right now. I've tried calling and texting Mary, but she is so far ignoring me. That's all I have to say about this. Get ready for this year's
more?
Shit. Yeah, this is this year's update.
Oh God.
That's very.
That person just sounds terrible. First off,
what a weird thing to do. Well, what a strange, odd thing to do. Like you said, like there's so many other things you could have stolen.
Well, my thought is they feel some type of way. Maybe the whole family together, they don't have a family, so they were like, well, if I can't be happy, you can't either.
Right,
so I'm gonna steal your turkey.
Right.
Clearly, it was impulsive and not well thought out.
No. Okay. So this was November 23rd, 2023, 1 year later. Hi, everyone. This incident has been on my family's mind this week, and my son encouraged me to write an update. Last year, I hoped to talk with Mary in person about what Chris did, but she blew me off and didn't visit home for the rest of Thanksgiving weekend. We spoke briefly on the phone a few days later, but she denied that Chris stole our turkey, even though Chris taunted my son about it and basically admitted that he did. Unfortunately, my mother-in-law passed away about 2 weeks after Thanksgiving. The ripple effects were profound. Our family expected her to live through Christmas, so it was very difficult to lose what we thought would be her last holiday. And he was even more bitter that the Thanksgiving that was her actual last holiday was ruined by Chris and his incomprehensible theft. From there, it got even worse. Mary flew in for my mother-in-law's funeral and mentioned that Chris might travel with her to see a concert in our city. We made it clear that he was not welcome in our home or at the funeral. He ultimately stayed at their college, but on the day of the visitation, a bomb threat was made against the funeral home, and we all had to evacuate while the police conducted a search. The police were never able to prove it, but I strongly suspect that Chris made the threat. My mother-in-law's visitation was cut significantly short, and she was denied a dignified end. Some people who wanted to pay their respects ultimately could not because of the evacuation and inspection. One of my husband's siblings has gone no contact with us because they blame my husband and I for ruining the end of mother-in-law's life by inviting Chris to Thanksgiving last year. Mary refused to take any responsibility for how her relationship with Chris has damaged our family. We, my husband, and I and Mary have mutually decided to go no contact. My son has minimal contact with Mary and still follows her on social media. Apparently, Mary and Chris are still together. I'm sorry I have such a sad update, but my family and I are very grateful for all the support we received last year.
Oh my. Oh my. Well.
Wow. I think I would get on a plane and find him and probably beat the shit out of him. I mean, seriously, like, what is wrong with you?
I have a couple thoughts. I think one, yes, that is very upsetting that this person did this. However, I would challenge that. Ooh. Did you really just turn that so that I could see the word Stanley? Get the fuck out of here. I also would challenge them to see that a turkey does not make or break your mother-in-law's last Thanksgiving.
No, it doesn't.
So it was very nice that
the reaction that was had, I think, that really fucked it up. And
then clearly the one sibling that's not talking, like, they're having their own reaction to the grief.
Place blame on something.
Right. And I don't think you can place blame on the writer, the poster.
Yeah.
They had no idea. I don't even think you can place it on the daughter because she's not responsible for this person's behavior. That's not fair.
No, but I think the daughter does need to sort of own up to the fact that he is not a good person and did contribute to it being a crappy day for everybody. But I think, honestly, if I was in their shoes, I think on the day, the original Thanksgiving where the turkey was stolen, I think I would have pretended like the turkey got like fucked up or it wasn't cooked.
Yeah.
And I would have been like, the turkey's jacked.
Right.
Like,
let's get some Burger King.
I wouldn't have freaked out. Like I wouldn't have. Yeah. I would have done what I could have done.
Which in the moment that's hard because you're like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
But.
And I think.
Right.
And it's not their fault. Like I'm just saying that. I think that's what I would have probably done, and then I would have done my research.
I wouldn't have let the missing, like that would have been really frustrating. But I'm like, okay, you know what? This is mother-in-law's last Thanksgiving. Like we're gonna roll with it.
Yeah. I mean. And I'm sure there was a lot more fallout than what was posted in there after that. Because like it is said that the mother-in-law died and they'd expected her to live at least probably until Christmas. Like, so that tells me maybe there was a lot of strife happening.
Oh, I'm sure.
And that probably didn't contribute to her feeling good. And then that was all that. But I think, I don't know. I feel like the daughter should answer for some of this shit. The bomb threat is insane. And I believe that dude did that.
Absolutely.
That's crappy.
Absolutely.
I'm sure.
Who bombs a funeral home? Nobody.
What are you going to,
what are you going to get? What are you going to do?
People?
Right. So absolutely. That person. Yeah. And it's very sad. Don't get me wrong. That is very sad that they're dealing with that.
Yeah.
That's awful. And I think going no contact, as difficult as that is with the daughter, is the best. She has chosen what's important in her life, and it's clearly this man who is a flop. So big old flop. Wow, that's sad.
Crazy
behavior. Certified.
Well, there's our wrap up of the year for Reddit.
What a. It's good to know the world is still broken.
Still rotted. Still rotted with people calling in bomb threats to their girlfriend's family funeral. What the fuck?
When you stole their turkey.
Why didn't you just have a funeral? Like, why don't you just move the funeral to a different day? Like, why don't
Right. Well, and why does this guy care that you weren't invited to the funeral?
I think he's just a dick. Like, I mean, I think he's just mad at the family, hates the family.
Yeah.
I don't know, if it was my boyfriend and he was doing bullshit like that, I'd be like, you gotta go. Like, you can't be here if you're gonna do shit like that.
Right.
Like,
you're done. Right.
But there's a lot of comments like saying that they assume she's like into drugs. Like a lot of people were commenting, they're like, this screams like meth to me. Like she's on like drugs. Like,
oh my.
Cause anyways, I don't know. I don't want to speculate, but I don't know
about that.
Anyways,
but clearly not good.
Yeah. Bad. Anyways, well, that's
wow.
That's our Reddit.
Wow.
Closeout for the year.
There you go. Oh my.
Well, it's time for another.
We need to bring the joy back into.
I know. And I don't have a whole lot, but we did Gay or Straight last episode, which we like. We don't give a shit if you like it, but we like it.
Yeah.
And so now we're just gonna keep doing it until we either find something else or
we'll switch it up. Eventually.
Maybe we'll do different.
Yeah.
Every so often.
Yeah. We'll see.
So Gay or Straight.
Yeah.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
This is something I need to know.
Okay.
I need to know.
Yeah, you told me there was one in particular.
I'm gonna
like
do it
we have to talk.
I'm gonna do it first because that's the best one. The rest of them aren't gonna be that good.
Okay.
Couples kissing in photos, Gay or Straight?
Oh, straight.
Thank you.
Straight.
Thank you.
Yeah.
When we went to our little light show yesterday, there was a couple in this because they have like the little lit up parts. You've been to it, right?
Yeah.
And they were kissing in this photo,
Yeah.
and the girl had her leg kicked up.
Oh, yeah.
And I looked at Justin and I said,
Mm-mm.
I hate it. I said, that's so straight. I said, that's not even, we can't even say that's gay. That's so straight.
It's especially if it gets posted on social media.
Oh, I'm sure
Then
it was posted.
Then it is very straight.
The thing was, they didn't look young. Like they looked older. Like they looked like in their late 30s or early 40s. And that made it even more cringe to me.
Yeah. I don't know. Gay people do this, but we don't post it, or not very many of us. Like I have some kissing pic, but those will never see the light of day. Those are for me.
I would not willingly post a kissing picture.
No.
I think I did when we did our engagement because that was our whole. We posted our whole album.
Well,
that wasn't the.
But that you know how
you can make like the title picture.
Right.
We did that was not the title picture because I hate that.
Right. Yeah. Nope. Definitely straight.
Okay.
Definitely.
Thank God. I was like, that's very straight.
Mm-hmm.
A little topical. We did decide Christmas was gay, but not everything about Christmas is gay.
Okay.
So putting up Christmas decorations before Christmas, gay or straight?
Oh, that's straight.
Straight.
Okay.
So straight.
That's very straight.
I know. I think most of these are probably going to be straight. Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
We don't even need to talk about
it's,
that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Succulents, gay or straight? This one's hard.
That's hard. I'm going to go with gay.
I think I'm going to go with gay too.
Yeah. I think I'm going to go with gay.
I was going to do plants, and then I was like, no, I need to be specific. I don't want to just do plants, but I'm like, succulents are.
Succulents.
I feel like it's gay.
I think it's gay. Yeah.
Yeah. AirPods.
Oh.
This is a hard one.
I think AirPods are straight.
Straight too.
Yeah.
I think straight.
Yeah.
Okay, last one. This is very random, but limes. So like limes in your drink, limes in food, lime zest.
I think it's straight.
I also think it's straight too.
I think that's straight.
I think that is straight.
Limes are straight.
Yeah. I was thinking about that one day. I was like, are limes? It took me, and I was like, I think it's straight.
Because you have to think of when we're doing this, we're thinking of the essence of the thing.
Yeah.
We're not saying like, do gay people use this more or do this more or like this?
Right.
Is a lime gay or straight?
Right.
In its essence.
Yes.
I think it's straight.
Yeah, I think it's straight. I was also going to say Jesus, gay or straight, but I'm going to go gay.
Yes. I think I
feel no shame. You and I talked about this off air.
We did talk this off air.
But Jesus.
Because at first I was like, well, straight. And then you were like,
gay.
12 men, hangs out with 12 men.
Gay.
And prostitutes.
Gay.
Which is pretty gay.
Gay.
Pretty gay. So I don't know. That might be a little blasphemous.
We're going to get the Christians to comment on this, and they're going to be like, this is a heathen podcast.
As long as they listen and get those numbers up.
Episode.
Yeah, feel free to share that. Yeah. And I think that's a great compliment. Heathens. I love that.
Yeah, I don't mind it. I don't care.
Well, you know what? Christmas is really a pagan holiday, so what are you going to do?
Don't bring the truth into
I'm just saying.
Don't bring the truth into this.
A lot of the ways we celebrate Christmas is how the pagans do it. Bringing in a tree, decorating it.
Yeah.
Presents, a.k.a. offerings.
Yeah.
Oh, oops. Oopsies.
Oopsies.
Well, on that note, that's the tea.
I was going to say, get ready for our Christmas episode, our holiday episode, our end of year mess
express. Absolutely.
Oh, well, we'll see you guys next time, and stay tired.
And Betty.
we had a quick conversation.
I'm so sorry. Can we cut? This is
your
apartment. So sorry. So sorry. Hello. Hi. Okay, perfect. Thank you very much.
He's not wearing his headphones.
So you want to go back to just start over live update? So sorry.